Hello and welcome, my name is Parky and today we're doing the final official scenario of Plague Inc. Evolved. Sad times, but we've finally gotten there. This time I'm going to be looking at the official scenario of Xenophobia. Anger over immigration, globalization and exploitations trigger a rapid increase in hostility towards foreigners worldwide. Countries heavily fortified their borders, significantly reducing the amount of cross-border traffic worldwide. On a positive note, border guards get to shout, "You shall not pass!" I don't know why I turned into Sean Connery. However, what we're going to do is we're going to carry on playing and we're going to go for a virus this time because viruses are fun. Right, okay, so in terms of the genetic codes, we're going to keep the ATP boost. We've still got none of these, unfortunately. We're going to have the Aquasite, and we might as well keep these other two. Actually, in fact, are we going to be... We're not really going to be in an arid climate. Could really do with some of these other traits, but you know, we're going to stick with the hydrophile, and we're also going to go for symptostasis. Does that actually make that much of a difference? Because we're going for the random mutations again. Cost to devolve don't increase. Bonus DNA when devolving. Well, we don't get that anyway. I suppose we might as well go for the symptostasis as the other two. Pretty much doing nothing with the virus. Just going for normal, and then, it's not again Shrek's Bum. My god, stop getting in my face, Shrek's Bum. The final death. I think that's probably quite a fitting name, considering you're a new virus to win, you must evolve and spread across the world, wiping out all humans in the ultimate plague. Select the country to begin. We're going to go for China this time. Yeah, because we haven't gone for China for a little while, and because we've got those points to begin with, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go straight for some of these. Now, actually, if you need a few more points here, because I wanted to go for a few of these transmissions first, but we're going to go mostly for the symptoms this time, just to mix things up a little bit, because I'm hoping this is going to help us with the spread. So if we grab this, we're probably going to have enough to go for the rodent. Oh, no, okay. Need 10, that's fine. We only need one more point, so we'll wait for that first orange bubble to come up. We'll speed it up a little bit. The final death is a virus. This means it randomly mutates rapidly and can be hard to control. It costs DNA points to devolve, unfortunately. That is the one setback with this virus, but it doesn't matter too much because hopefully we're going to start randomly mutating, which is going to help us massively. So we're going to go for a rodent first of all. Then after this, we're going to go for a few symptoms. I think we'll go for nausea first because that's good, because it's going to lead on to the vomiting trait, and the others which are going to increase the infectivity quite nicely. After this, I think we are just going to go straight for the vomiting, so we need 3 DNA points for that. Global warming. Cold countries getting colder. Latest research shows that cold countries are getting significantly colder due to global warming. Does that make sense? I don't know whether that actually makes sense, probably not. So we'll go for the vomiting, and then straight away after this we could even go for the coughing. I'm thinking coughing, sneezing would be good. So need 4 DNA points for that as well. Valve time slower than thought. Researchers have calculated that it takes longer than expected for radioactive fluids, with a half-life of 3 years to pass through the valves. Reason unknown. Okay, again, not particularly relevant, but it's okay, don't worry about it. We're going to get our points. Let's go for coughing first, and then we're going to go for... I suppose we could even go for some of these. I feel as though maybe because the border controls are a bit more strict this time round in this scenario, we should go for some bird. Bird action. Get that burb action on. We need 13 points for that, but that's okay. Again, we're almost there. And then I think we're also going to go for the rural fairly early as well, to try and get it into those countries like Greenland that use the rural stuff. They don't really use rural stuff. They are rural, Parky. Pneumonia symptom has mutated. Well, that's good, because it means we don't have to buy that ourselves. Okay, so we've got bird one. That should start spreading us across the borders quite nicely. We're also going to go for maybe insect. Don't know whether insect's going to have that much of a big impact early on, because we're not in a hot climate, but it's not particularly cold either. It is, however, going to increase that chance of mutation, which is going to be key to our spread. So if we grab up all these bubbles, I think next we're going to go for water, because water seems like a good one. Pretty standard. And we're also going to go for livestock, so let's get that next as well for 10 DNA points. Seems good to me. Oh, look at this, lovely. Projectile vomiting symptom combo. Coughing and vomiting are causing the infected to projectile vomit, increasing the infectivity of the final death. Oh, yes. Okay, yes, but for those of you who are wondering about where this series is going to go, there are chances that I can finish off that main campaign, because we've got those last couple of viruses, last couple of plays that we need to unlock and complete. However, aside from that, there's not really much else left. You may wish for me to do more of this game. However, I feel like it's about time we moved on to something new on the channel. We just got an early on cold there because I feel as though, as we're in China right now, we're quite close to the northern territories where it's going to spread nicely. So also going to go for a drug resistance 1, followed by maybe something like, there's a special one over here somewhere, isn't there? A viral instability, that's where it was. Okay, so that's going to increase the chance of random mutations as well, which is going to cut down on the costs for all these symptoms. If we can cut down the costs, that's going to be good for us. And I think next we're going to go for bird 2. Bird 2 is going to be quite useful. Could also go for insect. I think probably bird 2 is going to be better though, just because it is going to help with those cross-border instigations. Okay, we've got the cyst symptom now, which is going to help. Need about 20 to get that bird 2, but China has started working on a cure already. Unfortunately, the doctors have found it. Not that there's much we can do about it, but you know what, it's okay. So let's get bird 2, and then after this, I think maybe we should go for livestock 2, because that's going to help. Paranoia symptom mutated. What do you mean? Oh my god. You're talking about me behind my back, man. Just because I raped that sheep the other day. Bloody... what am I talking about? Don't rape sheep, okay, everyone? China has now shut down its airports. That's fine. God, what is going on? Sheep raping? Couldn't be a Parky episode without some sort of offensive comment, could it? Okay, so let's now also go for rodent 2, which is going to cost us 22. Seizure symptom is now mutated. Not going to be particularly helpful for us, but we're also going to go for the extreme zoonosis, which is going to increase the infectivity everywhere, and also increase that cross-country transmission, which is also going to be particularly helpful. I think maybe we should go for a cold 2. And we're also going to want to go for some of those viral instabilities as well. The first death from the final death. That's a bit of a tongue twister. Has been confirmed in China. Bad luck or the beginning of something terrible. I think it's the beginning of the end. Hopefully I actually managed to do this quite nicely this time. It's probably not going to help the fact that they've already spotted me. Mind you, the research speed isn't going particularly quickly, and we have just evolved something like... was it insanity? I didn't even read it properly. We have got insanity, which is going to help us because it's going to slow down the cure speed, and it's also going to mean that people are less likely to go to their doctor to get cured. So the question now is what we're going to go for. I think we want to go for water 2 as a priority. Where is that? It's over here. 23, that's fine, not too many points. We're starting to spread into South Africa now. I've got the inflammation symptom as well. It looks like Europe has taken the main brunt of this time round, but that's okay with me. So let's grab this water. Not going to go for any air this time. I feel as though it'd be a bit of a waste of time, seeing as most of the airports aren't really doing that much. Anemia symptom is now mutated as well. God, what is going on? Okay, so I think we're going to go for drug resistance 2, which is going to cost us 28, but that's fine. We can afford that now, so we'll grab that. We're also going to go for cold, which is going to cost 16. So let's grab that as soon as we can. Rash symptom is now mutated. And we're going to go for cold 2. Right, okay, so now I've got the ability to genetic reshuffle when we need. We're also going to go for a viral instability because it's going to help us with those symptoms. And aside from that, we could even go for some insect because we're going a bit slowly in the Africa. Oh god, my ability to talk has obviously not improved over the series. Hypersensitivity has also mutated, which is good. I've noticed we've actually gone into Greenland and some of these other annoying nations. Paralysis as well. Let's go for insect 2 because it's going to help, again, in the warm climates. And aside from that, what else do we need here? I feel as though maybe we should go for something like... we'll go for sneezing, just because there's no real reason why we shouldn't. We'll also go for sweating, just for the same reason. They do have the chance to randomly mutate, but I feel as though it's important to get those infectivity traits earlier on. Japan has started to break down. Normal life in Japan has started to break down due to the final death. Cure research is starting to slow. Oh god. Africa is not helping us right now, is it? We've got the dysentery symptom now as well. Unfortunately, we are starting to get a bit of lethality, but there's not much we can really do about that. We might get the coma symptom soon, which is going to make things harder to cure, obviously, but at the same time, it might not be all good, fun, happy times. I feel as though maybe we should go for something like this. Poorer regions, we need that help in Africa. Pulmonary fibrosis is also mutated. Has Canada actually got anyone infected there? They have 10,000 people. Oh, thank God for that, we've started spreading into Africa. We've also got the skin lesion symptom mutated. Now the question is, are we going to spread into all of the countries quickly enough before we kill everyone off? Necrosis is also mutated now. The mutations are going very quickly indeed. We might as well go for air as well, just because we've got the money. We could even go for some of these other things. Do we want to? It's going to make it a bit more lethal though, so maybe we'll just leave it on that front, because we have invested into the random mutations already. So we'll go for a genetic reshuffle, because it's going to slow everything down. Immune suppression is now mutated as well. We really need Africa to get on with it, don't we? Oh wow, actually having said that, look how quickly we're spread here now. The final death has been placed on the Hue watch list. Already dangerous. Governments are warned they could become unstoppable. Well, I hope so. Total organ failure symptom has also mutated, which is going to make things a bit more difficult for us. I feel as though maybe we should devolve that, because that's a bit quick, isn't it? I think it'll be worth devolving. Just for the few points that we've got. We're getting plenty of DNA points in here, so we don't need to worry too much. Now, Iceland! Oh, goddammit, Iceland. I think we've already, unfortunately, lost this, just due to the fact that Iceland has not been infected. It's really annoying when that happens, because I feel as though we were going to win aside from Iceland screwing us over. It looks like we've even got the Caribbean, which is always a bit tricky. We've also got Madagascar, and New Zealand, and Greenland. Everywhere that we needed, effectively. It's one of those times where, you know, this is basically the only reason why you'd ever want to live in Iceland. Actually, that's not true at all, because Iceland has some fantastic scenery, but that's not going to help us very much in general. We can't exactly get a good job there. Maybe you can if you're a fisherman. I don't really know what jobs are going in Iceland. Probably more than you think. Okay, well unfortunately I don't think we've won this. Thank you, Iceland. We're going to give this another go. We can't leave on a low. I think my major problem that time was I needed to invest more points into an early water and maybe a single air as well. Because Iceland does have an airport, which is obviously going to help us massively. Oh fine, you know what, Shrek's bum? We're going to play as you, because why not? Oh yeah, there we go. It didn't take us too long. So I did basically what I said. I evolved the water and air symptoms this time. Didn't go for the insect 2, but I did go for a blood 2 and still the extreme zoonosis. And this is all the symptoms I had. Nothing too deadly. I went for the insanity just to set back the research speed. And also I went for a couple of genetic reshuffles with the cold 2. It seems to have worked. Unfortunately, we have got quite a high research amount, but there's not really much you can do about it. It was quite a tricky one to get everyone. But we did it, and everyone seems to be dying quite nicely, at a nice steady rate, and the research is not really going up anymore. Unfortunately, oh, holy shit. Oh god, having said that, I just completely just jinxed myself, didn't I? Well, we can do a genetic reshuffle 3, I suppose, just to bring that back down. It's because we just evolved the inflammation symptom. Unfortunately, in this scenario, if you have the inflammation, then it makes it a bit easier to cure. However, we've just got past that, so thank God for that. We actually also got the Walking Dead symptom, so we've created zombies at the same time, which is fantastic. Okay, so here we go, we've managed to wipe out humanity. Let's see if we get achieve. I don't know if we're going to. Oh, we didn't, that's fine. Shrek's bum has successfully eliminated all life on Earth once again. Oh dear god, Shrek's bum. Oh, we actually managed to get 2 biohazard star bubbles then, so that's good. We've also managed to complete this entire official scenario campaign, so thank God for that. Now, as I mentioned, if you are a fan of this series and this game as a whole, please do feel free to leave your support as always in the comment section below. Also leave ratings and subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you're looking for more of this game, then there is a series where I play the main campaign, if you're not already aware. We've done most of these, we've unlocked all of them aside from the nanovirus and the bioweapon. However, I'm not sure when abouts I'm going to do this, because we're going to move on to some new stuff on the channel, so keep an eye out for that. And as always, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye, awkward, or goodbye. Awkward.